I'm going to be doing another pinch of none recipe. So I've just got their latest book, which is the slow cooker book. So I'm going to be doing slow cooker recipes. So I'm quite excited about this one. I have done this so many different ways, so this is just another way to do pizza. Yes, we're doing pizza in the slow cooker, so we should be doing a cheesy deep dish pizza. So let's have a look and see how we do it. Okay, so in a large bowl we have got 250 grams of South raisin flour, and to that we're going to add a teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of caster sugar, and we're going to put this in a different section, and a teaspoon of fast acting yeast, and we're going to put that in a different section. So then we're going to make a well in the middle, and we're going to add 160 ml of warm water. And then we're going to mix this with our hands until we get a sticky, rough ball. Okay, there we go. It's not as sticky as I thought it would be, but that's that. So we're going to take a tea towel. We're going to cover this and we're going to leave it somewhere warm for 15 minutes. Okay, so while the dough is doing its thing, we are going to make the pizza sauce. So I've got 40 grams of tomato puree, and to that we're going to add 2 tablespoons of water, and half a teaspoon of granulated sweetener, half a teaspoon of garlic granules, and 1 teaspoon of mixed herbs. And we're just going to mix this up into a sauce. And that's it. Pizza sauce is so easy to make. Okay, let's wait on that dough then. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes and we're now going to knead the dough. So just going to lightly flour the surface. And we're going to knead the dough for about 5 minutes. Okay, and after 5 minutes you should end up with a smooth ball. And then we're going to bring in the slow cooker. And then we're going to spray the slow cooker with some low-cal spray. We're going to place the dough inside and we're going to push it down right to the edges. Then we're going to use our fingertips to push down at the edges to make a crust. Okay. And then we're going to add the sauce. And then you can add toppings if you want to. So I've just got a few red pepper, which I've chopped up. And a little bit of onion. Okay, next up is the cheese. So I've got 20 grams of reduced fat cheddar, which has been finely grated. So we're going to sprinkle that on top. And then it says 20 grams of reduced fat mozzarella torn to pieces, so I'm guessing that that's the one in the bowl. I already had some pre-grated mozzarella, so I'm going to use 20 grams of that instead. So if you're using a bowl, then tear small pieces off and place it on. I'm just going to spread this over the top. Okay. Right, next step is to place a tea towel over the slow cooker and then the lid. So this will soak up any moisture out of the slow cooker. So normally you want that in there, but as this is not a wet dish, we don't want it in there. So got that on, and we're going to put this on high for 2 hours. Okay, so we've been on for 1 hour, and the recipe says to turn your pot around in case there's any hot spots on there, so that it cooks evenly. So be careful because your pot will be hot by now. So I'm going to turn it around. There we go. So I'm just starting to smell the pizza now, so fingers crossed. I really want to look and see, but you never take the lid off of the slow cooker. So we'll see in an hour what's going on. Okay, so it's been 2 hours, so it's the moment of truth. Let's have a look and see what's going on. Okay, wow. Okay, the crust is a bit bigger than I normally have, but let's see if we can get this out. Okay, this is really stuck to the bottom and it is not coming out. So I'm going to try and cut it in half and see if I can get it out. Okay, wow, so I wasn't expecting that to be left over, but now I know. Okay, so this is the result of how I managed to get it out. I think maybe there was too much dough to begin with, so maybe this recipe is for a bigger slow cooker, but I thought mine was pretty big. But we can still give it a try anyway. It's all falling apart. Okay, so not as I expected, but that's what happens. Okay, so I've managed to get a bit of the dough with the cheese and the sauce on, so we'll give it a taste anyway. Way too much dough. Way too much dough. Tastes nice, but it's not like a pizza base. It's more like a loaf of bread with cheese and tomato sauce on top. But it tastes nice. I think maybe that recipe needs to be looked at a bit for my size slow cooker. But you don't know until you try. So that's it from me. Keep experimenting, have fun, and I'll see you next time. Bye!